Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota nandani, io lengos, city lengos, Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota sabelani. Abafazi bayalila, ayo lengos, city lengos, io lengos. Emma tota mamelani, Emma tota mamelani, Emma tota nandani, ayo lengos, city lengos, io lengos. Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota nadali, io lengos, io lengos. Tunu, tunu, Emma tota mamelani, Emma tota sabelani, Emma tota nandani.
Loyiso Gijana there with a very powerful song, Madoda Sabelani. As we continue our focus on gender-based violence, we're going to speak now to Loyiso. His song, A Cry to All Men, has been trending on social media. Let's bring him in the conversation now. Sabelo, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for talking to us today. Never has the thought that music plays a role in telling the story of society been more important than with the song that you sing. Tell us about Loyiso. Why is it important for you? Why was it important to you to write a song, A Cry to All Men? To all.
First of all, Mono Mama, and I appreciate you having me on the show. Man, it's been long overdue. Women have been crying for so many years, and they've been crying for justice. They've been crying for men to stop violating and stop killing them. And it's come to a point where a woman's cry is not loud enough for me. It's come to a point where women are so scared to get out of their houses and they're scared to have fun, you know, and that's what life is about, because they're scared to be killed. And so I took it upon myself as a musician and as someone that's in the industry and as someone that has the reach to men, to a lot of people around the country, to send this message of Mamelani, Madoda Sabelani, respond. Women are crying, but we just sitting, listening. But there's something that we can do, and it's to fight for women. And so that's where it came from.
Kodwa amadoda ayala ukusabela, bayala ukumamela. What in your, there's two aspects to this. You're a man and you are young. In your interactions with other men or with other young people, why is there such obstinacy against this message that this has to stop?
This comes with pride. It comes with pride, and growing up as a man, you are told that women are this object that is always sexualized. And a lot of men sexualize women because they see it from their uncles, they see it from their big brothers, they see it from people that grew up in the community. And this is something that needs to be addressed, the sexualizing of women and women being objectified. And women having this stigma of that women need to be in the kitchen and cleaning, and women are inferior to men. It comes from it's such a deep-rooted, subconscious thought in your head, in men's head. So it is really something that there needs to be a whole shift of what is manhood. And and as men, as a closer man, what is it to be a man? Because that needs to be addressed, because a lot of men have this misconception that men are powerful and they're strong, they can overpower a woman, and that's why these type of things are happening at the moment. And I'm so grateful enough that I've kept a circle of friends that respect women, and I've been in a family that respects women. Other men haven't grown up in that situation, so it's something that we as men need to speak about and have conversations about.
Of course, you come from a family that respects women. How else would you have been able to get this kind of depth that comes through your song in terms of the call that you're making to men? What do you think of some of the responses that have come through, especially on social media?
Sorry, I didn't hear that question.
I was saying that it's evident in the depth that you have in the song that you come from an environment that respects women. How do you feel about the response to the song?
It exceeded my expectations. I was expecting to reach the platform that I have, the 90,000 followers that I have on Instagram, the 30 followers that I have on Facebook, and the 40 followers I have on Twitter. But it's really taken such it's made such a big impact in a lot of women, first of all, because there's women that are displayed on the video, and the women that were killed and brutally murdered by men, and it's really evoked an emotion in women as well of loneliness, of feeling of they feel like they're fighting alone. And that was me assuring them that there is hope. And I'm reaching out to men right now to say, listen, women have been standing up and protesting and walking the streets and crying, but right now it's our time. It's our time as men. And a lot of men have come forward and have said, listen, man, I've been saying this as well. This needs to change. And a lot of women, it's actually influenced a lot of women to come out about their situation that they've been keeping in. And that's the power of music and the power of emotion and spirit, because people are able to get out things that they were not able to get out, and let everyone know that this is how they feel about this and this is what they've been through. And I'm so grateful that I've touched a lot of people's hearts, and I continue and I will continue to do so.
What you're doing is so important, because it gets into that conversation where we say, not all men are trash. Loyiso, give us a sense of another man who is like Loyiso. When you hear about yet another woman being killed, being murdered on the basis of her gender, how does it make you feel?
I think of my sisters, and I think of my family members. If it were to happen to me, how would I be impacted? I would be losing my life. I would be losing everything. Women give birth to us, and to see that happening to a woman, to someone that is strong, someone that is a pillar of strength to all men. I mean, men can't live with a woman without any conversation there. And this actually, it triggered me. This triggered me when a friend of mine, Uyinene, that I went to school with, she was murdered at a postal station, at a post office, and that triggered something. I was like, is this really how women are living in South Africa? Is this how they should be living? I mean, this is not how I was raised, not to even touch a woman. And I just felt like it's really time for men to stand up and fight against gender-based violence.
So you were friends with Uyinene Mkhwejana? Loyiso, can you hear us? Hear us?
Yes, okay, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Friends with Uyinene Mkhwejana. Just give us a sense. What type of person was she? And you know, her death sent ripples not only throughout the country, but globally as well. How did you feel when that happened?
Man, it's just every time I talk about her, I get so emotional because it's so crazy that the worst thing happened to the best people. Because Uyinene, I was never like a close friend to Uyinene, but every time that I had a conversation with her, it was a conversation where there was laughter, there was a smile, there was an important message, there was good energy. And for me to see that happening to her, it was like we do not expect it. We do not expect it because she was such a person that loves people and always was there for people. I remember there was a time where I was in grade 11 and I lost my grandfather, and I couldn't tell anybody. I couldn't tell anyone because I was scared that I would be too vulnerable. And then she sat on next to my hostel, and she asked me, "Loiso, what's wrong? I can see there's something wrong with you." And I started crying. I started letting everything out because I had just kept something in. So she was such a person, a people's person, and someone that would come up to you and brighten up your day with a beautiful smile and a beautiful energy. And like this whole situation has just really like broke my heart. And that's why I'm standing up today. I'm talking to other men to have these conversations with other men and talk to other men to stand up for women. Yeah, it really broke me. It really broke me.
You've started a wave with this song, this really powerful song. Did you have to dig deep to find this resonance, or is it something? Just take us through the process of bringing about the song.
So it was Youth Day. Was it 2 days? It was 2 days ago, and I felt like I can't celebrate youth when there's so much femicide. There is gender-based violence. There are women being killed, and I thought, this is our youth. Our youth is also part of this. Our youth is the factor here, where there are youth that are men that are killing these women, and these women are our youth. So I just felt I should also celebrate their lives, these women's lives that have died because they were our youth, and also bring across a message of reassurance that there is something that's being done about it, and there is something that's going to be done about it, and it's not going to carry on any longer. So it came from such a place of I've lost someone to gender-based violence, and so many people have lost people in their lives. So many people have lost their women, their husbands, I mean, their mothers, their sisters. And I just wanted to bring that across. I wanted them to feel a sense of assurance.
What's next for Loyiso Gijana? You know, obviously this has thrust you into the spotlight, and there's much expectation of you now in terms of activism, because this is an activism song.
Now, we fighting. That's what Loiso's doing. Loiso Gijana, and I've had enough. I've had enough. Madoda sabelani, madoda mamelani, abafazi bayalila. And this song is such a powerful song, and I want every man listening here, and every man that has all the reach to talk to other men, to have these conversations. We cannot do this any longer. We cannot watch and be on the sidelines while women are getting killed, our mothers, our sisters. We need to do something. And like, there's so much anger that I have against men, and I want to teach everybody. I want to teach the men to start respecting women,
It's been totally awesome speaking to you, Loiso. We hope to watch you as you grow, as the kind of man that the next generation needs, a man who is sensitive to the needs not only of men, but the needs of everyone, every South African. We hope to see you out there just further deepening your activism. And of course, your craft, your music, you do this so well. Are you a trained musician, or are you just a passion and talent person?
I'm a passionate and talented person. I mean, passion without passion, you'll never get anywhere. And that's something that I got from my mother. Actually, she is such a passionate person about everything that she does. And I found passion in music and also talent. And I was like, wow, I'm actually good at this. Let me use it. Let me use it to spread the word, to make people happy. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you so much for speaking to us this morning.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And we're going to play out with that song again, Loyiso Gijana, Madoda Sabelani.
Madoda Sabelani.